This episode was brought to you in part by LOOTCRATE and Loot Gaming. You can go to lootcrate.com/MrAeroHD right now and use the code AERO, that's AERO, at checkout and save 10% off your entire subscription. Link in the description below. What is going on, everybody? It is MrAeroHD here. We are here today with another episode of the Build It, the Drifted, and the Kill It Live. Today we are going to be doing something very special to me. I know some of you guys might not care, but this is the S14, and I know what you're thinking. Aero, you've already done these, or one of these. You've done it fairly recently, but this is the Kouki S14, which is the facelifted version. It's an updated vehicle. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite cars of all time. And honestly, if you gave me a reasonable amount of money, I'd probably go out and buy one of these right now. This is more realistic to my dream car. I say dream car, you know, obviously R34 is something, probably something you want more, but it's realistic. Like if I have to go out and try to find a drift car in real life to try to build and buy, this is probably going to be it, in white with some black wheels. So we're going to be drift tuning it today, obviously. Now the big problem I have is I like the way it looks. I like the Zen key front end. I actually love the way, the aesthetic of this car. However, the wide body gives us wider tires and a wider track and all that fun stuff, but I don't like how it looks in comparison. You know, I don't hate the Boss kit. I think it's cool. I just compared it to this, and I prefer, you know, the actual S14 look. You know, I don't mind the wide arches, and I don't mind that fact that there's no bumper on the back, but I definitely just prefer this look over this look. Now the problem here is that we can't get the wide tires on. Let's see, we can't get as wide of tire on the back as we can. Yes, we can get 325s. Oh my god, we can get 325s with the Rocket Bunny kit, and we can only get 265 or 285, I think, with the regular car, which is not good. Not as good, I should say. But I know everyone's like, I want to see Rocket Bunny burger, but like this time, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build a car that I'd want to own. We're going to go through the tires here. I'm going to throw on sports, and then what's the widest tire we can get? Yeah, 265. So that's not great, but then we get 245s on the front. Yeah, and then we're running 18s all around. So that's not particularly amazing. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this, but like the kit options for this car are not great. The C-West front bumper, I think it's supposed to be lower. It just looks like a different stock bumper. Like it doesn't add any like stance to the car. I like the C-West one a little bit better. The rear bumper is like way too low comparing with the rest of the kit, so I'm just gonna not touch the rear bumper. And the same thing with the side skirt. You know, it's going to look like crap if the front bumper is so high and the rest of the kit's so low. So we're going to leave the stock kit on. When it comes to the rear wing, I like a car that's stock with a rear wing on it. I think it looks cool. You know, it just looks like the wing is a bit more functional because there's no stupid body kit to go around with it. But honestly, leaving the stock wing on. I just like this clean look. We might be going for a missile build today. I don't know, but I'm going to do the drivetrain and the platform. Of course, we're going to do rally springs, and I'll see you guys after. So we swapped in rally springs and then race everything else. Now it comes to the thing of what we're going to do with the engine. Now we can have the turbo rally, which is just dumb, and why would you do that? We can have the... So right now we're at 2422 in terms of weight. We can have the 3.2 liter i6 from a BMW. That's probably not a bad swap, but it's just super freaking strange to have in a Nissan or however. I say it the way I say it, okay? Because I'm not from Europe or wherever you guys are from, and we don't say it the same way. That's fine. You say aluminium, so you leave me alone and start judging your life choices, okay? you know, four rotor, no. I've seen somebody put out a video where they put a four rotor in an S15. I'm just like, no, this is not. There's the V8 we could obviously do. Or, wow, I'm surprised how much the weight difference is. The V8 obviously is like a good choice. And I've always wanted a V8S chassis, but I've also liked the idea of keeping an RB in it. And I would honestly put a 2J in my car if this was my car. But this is a very difficult choice because obviously this is lighter. It's making more power. It's better power band, but this is cooler, more street cred. RB26. Don't ask me why. There's no actual reason for it. I just, you know, made a decision here. I'm going to throw the exhaust on it, get some weight out. I'm going to put it on the flywheel before I forget because we're not going to be fully building this engine. 368. I'm thinking around 500 should be plenty. So 410. I'm going to stay away from the cams. No need. 462. 484. We're at an even 2,500 pounds. 495. 502. Now, how much does this do? It's about 50 horsepower, but adds a bunch of weight, so we're not going to do that. What this does, but the same, and adds no weight. So we're going to do street cams, and that's it for the build. I'm just going to make sure I put freaking rally springs on here. I did. Oh my god, that's low. Holy crap. The offset on the back is terrible. Holy moly, that's awful. But rally springs is just better. Like, look at how it slams. It's like little hops. But we're gonna stay on rally springs, and we're gonna go to the parking lot and tune this thing. Okay, so before we get into it, I want to shout out everybody who's in my club. We just got over 300 members. This is pretty freaking cool. We are not in the top 10. Sad. Rip. Not even close. We're at 257. So if you guys haven't joined my club already, I would really appreciate it. I want to see how freaking high we can get us. You know, we actually have a lot of members for how little for our competition here. Well, there's some cars that have like 400, and so we can probably compete. So let's just see how far we can get up this list. But we're gonna go into the tuning menu here. The tuning menu, that's not the right word, but 27 in the back. Actually, we want a little bit more grip than normal. So again, short gears. I think we're going to do both this and the Rocket Bunny, so I'm just going to not try to focus all of my time on doing little tweaks, because it is going to be a fairly easy peasy lemon buildy. Squeeze. Bring the caster. I've been experimenting with lower caster, and honestly, I've kind of liked how it feels. It's not as snappy. Sometimes it's better when you're like doing slow transitions, or when your transitions are a little slow, but I haven't had that problem. Oh my god, look at the ride height difference. It's going to be 5.2 in the back and 4.6 in the front. So that's weird. I guess that's just how the stance of the car is. So like we do with rally springs, I kind of just stiffen them the whole way on the front and then see if I need to torque it back. But 670 is definitely something we can work with. So I'm going to go probably 569 just so I can have the number 69 in there. Funny. 9.8 is too far. Oh god. Okay. That's looking about right. Oh no, a little bit stiffer. Jesus, the sliders are not playing nice with me right now. Actually that looks a little stiff, so do that, and then I think this is going to be a lot of power, but not a whole lot of power, so I'm going to do a 90-75 split in the dip. Bang. That looks nice. Like this right here in white with some black wheels. Probably one of my hashtag goals for my cars in real life, but let's see how it slides. Golly gee, wouldn't you know it, it's pretty freaking good. It feels similar to the Zenki, but not the same. It actually feels very similar to the FC that we drove on Wednesday. As to where it has a lot of rear grip. I'm definitely not here clamoring for more grip. Feels great, honestly. Oh, I screwed that up. I wanted that tap. Alright, so it's not as much of an angle monster as the FC, but it is very smooth. I spun it there. That was a little bit my fault, but I'm already in love with this car. We've done 3 passes, I think, and like I already just my PP is already stiff. My PP is already doing hard PP thing. So I might be able to change the caster a little bit. It transitions a little slow. It can flick a bit harder. But I'm not going to spend too much time tuning this because it already feels so good. So good. I actually enjoy it more than the Rocket Bunny Zenki that we have. Yet we've... Oh, power true there, boys. Power true. Honestly, I don't even want to... I'm going to go take it to Byron just to see how it does with elevation changes. But at the moment, I'm very satisfied. The car needs some rear fitment. It looks gross with the tire tucked in that far. The front end looks okay, but the back is just nasty. And it needs like some logos and stuff on it, but like I'm looking at this car and I'm just like, this is it. This is what I want in my life. So if anybody ever wanted to get me a Christmas present, I'm just playing. So off to Byron Bay we go. Okay, so we're in Byron. Before we start, I am gonna bump up the caster a bit just to see if we can get it to transition just a bit faster. And if it doesn't, if I don't like how this feels, then we're totally just gonna go back. You know what? This car needs some carbon. I wouldn't mind painting some carbon doors. Maybe just the carbon hood. I don't know. Actually, carbon doors would be sweet. That's an aesthetic that I like as a Pro-Am looking car. Like not so much a street. Oh, cars. Not so much as a street car, but like a Formula Drift Pro-Am car. I like carbon doors. It looks so spicy. So fourth could be a bit shorter. Not by much though, like maybe 3 or 4 clicks. Honestly, when you're drifting a car and the only thing you can think of to change in the setup is the gearing, then you have a good car and a good setup underneath you. So my main car is absolutely still an S14, but it might be this one now. The FC is close, but I don't know. The cars are pretty much very close in terms of how good they are. I'm just a Nissan boy through and through, man. The only thing that would make this car better is a bit more 2J. So, set out to Sergeant Grove. Thanks for being part of the club, man. And like I said, if you guys don't have a club or you want to totally finger my butt, you know, some people are into both. Please don't hit me. I got spooked. I got fucking demoed. But we're gonna tune the 4th gear. I don't have a I haven't changed anything else on this car, but we're just gonna make the 4th gear. You know what we're gonna do? I'll make the gears linear in terms of the shortness, just so if we end up doing a longer course, I won't be like, oh, we're at the top of 4th gear. I'll shift to 5th, and it goes. For sections like this and stuff, I never feel the need to shift out of 4th. That's better. It's still a little low, but like you're just coming into the power band when you shift up, which is perfect. Okay, so as we drift up Byron Bay here, I want to talk about very briefly the people who are like, oh, you know, I don't want the Zenki in the game or the Kouki in the game. You know, it's a waste. Blah 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 blah. I'm not here to tell you like, oh, you're stupid. I hate you, because you have a valid point. Like there is a S14 in the game already. the cars are fairly. I think this one's a bit lighter. It has a different wide body kit, but at the same oh god, at the end of the day, they're very, very similar cars. I don't like the Zenki front end, and I mean, I understand that most people are not huge fans of it either, or they prefer the Zenki to the Kouki, and I'm glad we have both now, because I'm getting a little emotional looking at this car and be like, I'm gonna drive this someday. Is it kind of lame? Sure, like I kind of get it because it's not a real car, and I mean, some of you out there who have 240s and S14s, S13s are probably like, wow, what a big lame-o. But like ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted an S chassis. It's not just because, you know, I'm a lame-o and I started doing Forza drifting, and as soon as I started doing Forza drifting, I was like, well, everyone else wants an S chassis. That's a lot of angle. Everyone else wants an S chassis, so I guess I do too. My dream car as a kid was a Civic, and then I kind of like smartened up when I turned like 11. I was like, you know what? No, I want an S14. And I've never liked the Zenki body kit. I always thought it was kind of boring. The stock bumpers and like the stock front end. I was like, oh, that looks kind of lame. And then they added that aggressive front end here with the Kouki. I'm like, you know what? That's the car that I want. That's the car. It's my first car right there. And then again, I smartened up and I was like, all right, well, you know, we're not going to be able to afford that because they are kind of expensive to find one that's not completely bastardized. But in reality, guys, like this, in this color, you know, with the black wheel, with the stock OEM looking kit, maybe a different wing, and probably a roof spoiler because I love roof spoilers. But this is my car right here. This is what I want in real life, and it's making me smile. Just like the car is great, by the way. I have no complaints. We're about to do the Rocket Bunny one, but this car is what I want, and the fact that I'm basically looking at it right now, and I can hear the RB doesn't sound spectacularly great in this game. It kind of sounds too Jay-Z-ish. So if I kind of like turn my brain off a bit and lie to myself and pretend it's a 2J, I'm like, oh man, it's just how I imagined it, and like it makes me happy. That's really the only way of saying it. And I mean, if it was a bad car, if it was a mediocre car, but it is a good car, and I wouldn't really care. This is probably one of my new favorite cars in the game, just because this is the car that I want in real life. And now I know why some people wanted this car so bad, because they have it in real life, and they're like, look at me, look at what I can do. I don't know. I just get it. That's basically it. So my only complaint is, and I'm not willing to fix it, my only complaint is it feels a little low on power. But like I said, this is not really a let's make the best drift car we can. I really only made it with 500 horsepower because that's a realistic goal in real life, honestly, I think. I still think it'll take like a lot of money and not be super easy, but I think 500 horsepower out of a RB or a 2J is not that crazy of a number. All we need now is a Ryan Literal body kit, or Ryan Literal livery, and I will be a happy boy. If you guys don't know who Ryan Literal is, he's a Formula Drift driver. I think he's in Pro 2, and he was on Team Blackjack back in the Forza 2 days. So I will always have a place in my heart for that man and that team, because Team Blackjack are part of the people that inspired me to start making videos. Mostly because I was like, no one's making Forza commentary, let alone Forza Drift commentary, which is why I was like one of the first people to do it, along with, I don't remember who was doing it at the time. I think Slap may have been doing it on Machinima Sports, but, you know. Blackjack was definitely a huge inspiration. So the fact that he was a part of that, and he was in like the Forza 2 videos, and then he went on to make a real success of himself. I really want to meet that guy one day and be like, hey, Ryan, thanks for being part of something really cool, and I think it's really awesome that you took that and ran with it, and you made something really cool out of your life. And it's just, again, really inspiring, and I spy out. But yeah, this car, done. Gonna throw it up on the storefront. It's totally finished, but we're gonna go ahead now and build ourselves a Rocket Bunny version. We'll see what we have to change in the setup. I don't think we'll have to change much, because this car feels fucking dialed. Also, this car is named after me. Look it. Zero. That's me. It's not named after me, but in my mind. Okay, so we're back here in Byron. We're going to throw on the Rocket Bunny kit. Probably change the engine, but really, we're not going to change much. I don't this is gonna grow on me, I'm sure, but like I'm not sold on it. Especially the rear bumper. I don't like the fact that it's just a straight up rear bumper delete, with no like massive wing or anything. But I think for this car, we're gonna go full on, not max power, but like full on Formula Dorifto build. Put twin turbos on it just because. So when you change the body kit over, it does not change over the chassis reinforcement, so the roller cage, and it does not do the weight reduction. So we're going to reduce the weight as well. 2,500 pounds, light car. Oh my god, look at the wheels. Looks so freaking goofy because they're 205s. 325s is a bit big. We'll do 305s. There's not really a need to go much bigger. 295s in the front too. God. So we're going to do 285s, I think. Will be plenty big enough. And then we're going to go to power. Obviously, exhaust. I'm thinking around 650, 700 horsepower for this thing. Mostly just because that's like what you'd expect in a competition car. At the very least. I kind of just, again, like I wish we could just have wheel arches or wheel extensions, whatever, or arch extensions, whatever you want to call them. So we wouldn't have to... I wouldn't have to have, what's it called? I wouldn't have to have the boss kit on the front. I don't hate it, but I just would like the option to not have to have it. So we have 646 horsepower, 646 pounds of torque, and I'm going to change the wing because it's much an aggressive kit with no wing on it. Kind of looks goofy. And then we'll use border or ings. The Rocket Bunny wing looks weird on this car. I don't know why. It just looks like the kit is too aggressive, and then like the wing is very mild. So it'd be cool if you could have this like hanging off the trunk like a low rise spoiler, but you cannot. I don't know. Ings. All right, we're back. All I did was abandon the setup, and then I went and saved the RB26 one because I forgot, and I posted it to the storefront. So that's all uploaded. I'm just gonna change. I've started doing this to like the my wings, my chicken wings. No, my wings because it looks nice. Prismacolor, and like it shines and it glows. It's like glitter almost. If you just to the wing, I think that looks really sick. So we're gonna leave. I might change the color of the car. Matte black. Street car is white. The race car is going to be black. Then we'll have like a powder coated white wheel. Can we do powder coat? No, we can do two-tone. Then we can do this stupid fucking Prismacolor, but no. But we'll do a matte. What? Matte white. There we go. Done. Save. And we will go somewhere that requires this kind of power. Probably a drift zone, because I haven't done that in a while. I would love to go to like just a track. Oh, I might do that actually. Oh, this thing actually looks very mean in black. So I'm going to go to, it's actually a Rivals event. If you don't want to do this with traffic. But it's just this little thing right here. It's an Archway Meadows circuit. It's a really fun drift track, but I can't tune when you're in Rivals, so we're going to do it like this. Okie dokes. So all I really do is I run it in the reverse of the actual layout of the track. The track goes this way. We're going to turn around and go this way. Now we're going to see what this beast can do. The gears are probably a little bit short for the V8, but no complaints so far. It's a little on the grippy side, but 650 horsepower is definitely, at least for this kind of section, definitely on the cusp of a little bit too low, but I think it's... Oh, hello, friend. I think it's actually perfect, honestly. So much traffic. So much traffic. So we haven't changed the setup in any way. We might go in and... Oh, hello. Might go in and tweak it a little bit. So we are going to change a little bit of the setup. The gearing is basically our main issue. Bump up the tire pressure, and then we're gonna it's easier to do it like this at this point, so we're just gonna make the gear dissolve a little bit longer. just because we have, oh, that's a little bit too far. Just because we have a V8 now, we don't need that much toe anymore. So we have wider tires, and then we can stiffen up the rear, or we can soften the rear, I should say, because we don't need that much grip, because we have the wider tire. Then the diff, we can kick that up a bit. Now, honestly though, I don't want to change too much because it does feel good. It just feels a little bit too grippy, and it shouldn't. Oh my god, you go to itch your nose, and then the car just says, we're going to go left now. So the gearing is a bit better, maybe a little too long, but we can change that with the final drive at this point. Yeah, we're doing 130 in fourth. Oh, maybe not. Oh boy, where are we going? We're taking the Canadian route right through the bushes, mate. Mate. Why did I say that? So yeah, we were a little out of the power band there, which was weird, but we do have twin turbos on it. We didn't need twin turbos. I just thought they were cool. So we're gonna tighten up the ratio a bit. The ratio is fine. It's just like, not gonna lie, this traffic is definitely making things difficult, but big entry. Oh, not as big as I wanted it to be. Fucking traffic. Alright, listen. Listen here, Forza 10 Horizon Playground. We need a way to be able to tune our car. Give us a tune car menu where like the map is like just like Blueprint, you know what I mean? Like open road, no traffic, so I can go and tune my car. How are we supposed to tune our cars? Drifting, drag racing, whatever, when we have to spend half the freaking time avoiding Mercedes C-classes. Which, why is that not in the game? Why can I not drive that? I would love to put a big gnarly Mercedes V8 in there and make it into a drift car, but nope, can't do it because it's too old. No one wants to drive that. And then freaking Alex and his dumb fucking R32. R32s aren't dumb, but they're dumb because he drives them. Mini rant over. Let's try another entry. Oh, a little too late. Or maybe not. Oh my god, cars! It's so hard. It is so difficult to like have a review of the car. The car feels more or less the same. It's just the power and how the power gets put down. You know, and it feels good because the car still feels nice, and with the wider tire, it feels similar to how the other car felt with almost 200 horsepower less. We're gonna try one more big entry here. You know what? Yeah, I'm fairly satisfied with this car. If you guys want, you can throw a little bit more power into it, and it'll probably make it even better. But 650, I might go for 700, but like 650 is definitely not bad. Not bad to toll. So yeah, instead of making 2 separate videos, I figured I'd make this into one big video. Sorry if this is a little bit too long, but thank you guys very, very much for watching. Like always, my tunes will be posted on the storefront, and if you have any suggestions for cars, please post them in the description below. Not the description. Why do I keep saying that? Please post them in the comments below. I have a update video coming out on Monday, and then there will be, I don't think I might not have a video coming out this Saturday again. My bad, but a little update video on Monday. I was supposed to put it out last Monday, but I forgot because I need to re-record it because the first one was too long. It was like fucking 17 minutes, and it doesn't need to be 17 minutes. So thanks guys for watching. I do appreciate your support. The FC video did really, really well. So I kind of hope this one does well as well. So thank you guys very much. Get out of the way. But thanks guys very much for watching. Love you so much. And take care. Peace. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like. And if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Also consider becoming a patron at my Patreon page, patreon.com/MrAeroHD. Want to follow me on social media? Or want to hear the song that you heard in the video? Please check the description.